What's up? This is Xwera. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to do batch scripting, or the language for Windows CMD or Windows command line. It's a very easy language to learn, I guess. First things first, I'm going to give you this website, which is ss64.com/nt/. This site has all of the commands for you here, and it gives you a brief description of how they work, and if you click on it, it goes really in depth on how each command works. It's great. There's no ads on the site. It's great. If you have any questions, you can usually just Google what you want to find, or you can go to Stack Overflow, which is a nice site where they'll answer all your questions if you have a question on how to run your CMD script. Or Stack Exchange is another one. I'll probably put the links in the description here. At the end of the video. Oh gosh, okay. Hot questions. Booyah. These websites are great. They will usually just search right here and you'll find what you're looking for. You probably just copy paste code that they've already created for you, because this is very simple. So there are two ways to use batch scripting or CMD. First things first, first way to open up a command shell is go to Start, search CMD, you click enter or type it. Here's your command shell. It opens up real quick, you know. You can put commands straight into it, like color 0A, and change that to black on green. A is green, 0 is black. A really easy way to see all the different colors you can use is to just type in 3 different characters, like J0A, like that. Or you can screw that up and it will show you how to properly use color. There's a couple things in batch scripting that has this. It's like a little help menu for you. It'll usually help you out, show you what to do if you do something wrong. Well, maybe. Depends on what you're doing. Basic commands like this, it will, but if you're doing something funky, like you're doing really in-depth batch scripting, probably not. It will just die and kill everything, take everything down with it. So yeah, you could do that there. Most of the commands you can put it there. The other thing you can do is a new, yeah, that's right, new text document, edit, file, save as, and then right here, down here at the bottom, pick whatever you want to call it, name it. Then you could do .bat or .cmd. Both of these work, and they're basically the same. I wouldn't worry too much about which one you choose. You have to click all files down here at the bottom, or else it won't work. It'll make a text script. I mean a text file with this as the title, with .bat in the title. So that creates this here. It's got gears in it in Windows 10. It'll look different in different versions of Windows, but you'll know it's not a text document. If you click on it, it breaks. It doesn't know what that is. It actually does know what it is. You just have to put something in it. Here you can name your command shell. Here's title, and we're going to call it a script. Color, I like 0A. I don't know why, it just looks cool to me, I guess. Who am I? That's a command that will show which user you're. I think it will show the user that's the administrator for the computer, or whatever user you are currently. And we're going to put @echo. Actually, let's not do that yet. Now, if I run this, it will show a little thing that will pop up for about half a second and then disappear. So we're going to make it so it doesn't drop. So what happens in CMD and batch scripting is it starts at the top and it just goes through the different lines of script. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Goes until it reaches the end of the document, then it drops out of the shell. Now we can pause that just by typing in pause here, boop, and it does all this stuff for us. Shows the title top right here is script at the top left of it. Let's open up one more time. Now there's actually, look at that for one more second. See, there's a path name, and then it shows what's going on after it. I mean the command you entered, and then it does it for you. So the path right there, C users Carson desktop, is just showing where you are executing these commands from on your computer, which directory you're in right now. If we edit it, go to @echo at the top. This is useful if you want to make your batch, oopsies. If you want to make your command shells all pretty, I just took echo. You have to put type @echo off, sorry, and that will end the computer's echo, which basically shows you what's going on, the path you're executing from. Sometimes it shows you some other stuff, but you don't need to worry about that. There's a couple other things we want to do in here. A useful thing to know how to do is to start. Right here we can start a web page, like so. Save that, and click this. Opens up in your default browser, whichever website you stuck in there. Remember to put these two bunny ears right here. That's called a title. You just put that there, or else it won't work. You can do multiple things in here, and it doesn't matter which website you use, it'll open it up for you as long as the website exists and you have Wi-Fi currently. So now I have two Googles opened up for me. That's a useful feature in batch. Start basically, it starts a program, and it's real easy to use. If you want to start a program, you just have to know, it's starting from the desktop, so it's in the desktop directory. So you kind of have to figure out which directory your program you want to start is and how you can sort of navigate that. You might want to create a link to this file, put it somewhere else maybe, or you can figure out different ways to make it so you can start your program up. That is, sometimes it's a little tedious, but start will open. Just look that up on this site here and ask questions. They'll give you all the answers. Google will find the answers for you. Actually, I forgot to show you something here in the command prompt. If color 0A, I don't know why this makes it easier for me to read. If you put echo off, turns off that gross stuff, click CLS, clears the screen. If you type dir, that'll show the current directory you're in and everything inside it, and all the other directories inside it, which is folders. It just means folders if you are unaware of what directory means. A directory is just a folder within your computer. If you type dir, it shows everything inside it. So everything with a dir on this line is another folder inside it. Now if you want to change a directory, which is basically like going into a folder, you type cd, and let's go into, I think, links, I guess. Don't know what just happened. Let's turn echo back on. So this is why echo is useful. cd links. Says you cannot find path specified. So yeah, you want to keep echo on when you're here. Actually, I forgot about that. cd documents. Oh, actually, we made it into links. My bad. Yeah, we want to keep on echo when you're changing directories, otherwise you don't know where you are. Anyway, to navigate through Windows, basically, this is the old way of doing it. You're going to use cd and dir. So you're going to type cd and then the directory you want to go into, and then dir just shows the directory you're currently in. Now if you click cd dot, it'll refresh it. Let me do I guess you don't really need it. It doesn't really matter. But if you click cd dot dot again, then it goes back up in your directory. Dot dot again, back up. You can go all the way back to C, and it stops. You can't get out of C. That's pretty useful. Now let's go basically over what batch is. Batch is simply script you run, goes into Windows, and does that for you. Now you don't ever want to do a lot of stuff in batch. You want to make batch programs or batch scripts as small as possible, because the script is actually super unreliable, and Microsoft doesn't really care about a batch script or the Windows command line anymore too much. They just moved past it. I'm not sure exactly how, but they've kind of moved past the command line, and what you're running here is more of an emulator of the old command line. the way the Windows 10 and I think Windows 8 and maybe even Windows 7 is set up is completely bypasses that because that's a security flaw. Actually, I should probably check my sources on that. Maybe I just heard that from somewhere. Anyway, so CMD is just unreliable, but if you do want to learn how to do stuff, you can automate certain things for your computer. You can make things, whoopsies. You can make things happen at certain times in batch. You can call programs from one another. You can open up a bunch of web pages. If you put something in run, if you can put in run every time your computer starts up, every time Windows starts up, it will run whatever's inside run. You can put a batch script inside of run, and so then that will start up all your websites or your programs that you want. If you want a program open every time you open your computer, that's pretty fun. You can do a lot of stuff like send emails, but I'm just saying look for other options whenever you're thinking about doing certain things. If you just want Windows to do one thing for you, batch is probably the way to go. But if you want to do anything more complicated than that, find anything else. And that's basically batch. I think I covered everything. Well, the basics. Just remember to check out the site, Google, whatever you're trying to do in batch, and you will really find it, because a lot of people, it's simple, sometimes it's extremely complicated, but usually no one really does anything too complicated with batch, and usually they got the answers somewhere online. So if you just look up what you need, you will find it. Hopefully that's a good intro into batch for you. Thank you and goodbye.